Hey everybody, it's John on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Colorado. We wanted to give you an update this week. It was so good to see so many of you this past Sunday at our first ever Calvary drive-thru. Hundreds of you came by at the Boulder and Erie campuses to say hello, receive prayer, and connect with our pastors and elders and staff members who were there. It was so encouraging to see you, and it was such a good reminder for us of what we're missing of not being together physically as a church family on Sundays. One of the most common questions we got, and one that we get regularly from people, and it's maybe one you're asking yourself, is when are we going to go back to church? All right, you ready? Here's the big reveal. We don't know. I wish we could say that we have a firm date on the calendar, but here's what we do know. We know in about a week we'll have another update from Governor Polis, where he'll meet with the congregations across our state and share some guidance for what the month of June might look like. What we do know is this, though, that gathering together in large numbers is probably not going to be a possibility for the foreseeable future. And so we want to prepare ourselves for what worshiping in the interim might look like. Maybe it means meeting outside. Maybe it means meeting in smaller groups than we're accustomed to. What we do know is it's going to be different. And for that reason, and for many other reasons, we're so committed to continuing our online ministry in this season and for the foreseeable future. We've been so encouraged by hearing from so many of you who have been able to worship with us from your living room, from your study, from the kitchen, and the ways that you're able to share our worship services with friends and family who are across the country. You know, as we've been asking the question, when do we get to go back to church? I think another question that's important for us to be asking is not only when are we going back to church, but where are we going as a church? You'll know that this past year was one where we sensed God calling us to go to a new place. And He has been so generous to us to provide us a facility in the city of Thornton where we're praying about launching a third campus whenever we're able to meet back together as a church. What we didn't anticipate was that God would also call us to go to a new place, to a new ministry opportunity, and that is online. It's never been easier in our history to invite a friend to church than it is today. To share a link with them on YouTube, to invite them to join you for a service on Facebook. What an opportunity for us to go to places that we previously couldn't go before. That's what we're also praying about, is where God might be calling us to go in this next season, even as we pray about what it might be like to go back to church. Our elders are meeting tonight. Our leadership team has been meeting regularly, praying about and talking about what it might look like for us to go back to church together. As soon as we have a plan, we'll let you know. But here's what we'd like to ask you to do. Would you join us in praying? Would you join us in praying for Governor Polis and the public health officials who have so many important decisions to make? Would you pray for our elders? Would you pray for our staff and our pastors and our leadership team as we consider what going back might look like? One of our first priorities would be keeping everybody safe and also creating opportunities for us to worship together. We know that that's what God calls us to do as a people, is to proclaim Him, to declare His greatness, to worship Him, to sing to Him, to gather together, to encourage one another. We're so thankful for the ways that we've been able to minister together virtually and connect virtually and Zoom meetings and online ministry. We're praying that God would continue to use that as a tool for us to reach people going forward. Would you pray with us and join with us as we ask God to reveal to us where He's calling us to go in this next season? We hope you have a great week. God bless you.